Hello from Adventure Isle. Today we are going to show you how to make your own wands for a Harry Potter party. So I got these. These are actually just chopsticks. I got them on Amazon. These are 16-inch long cooking chopsticks. Honestly, they're arguably maybe a little bit too long. I think you could get away with anything from 13 to 16 inches long. These are kind of on the longer end. But I'm going to show you how to turn this chopstick, which is actually already wooden colored, so it actually already kind of looks like a wand, but I'm gonna show you how to make it look a little bit more wandy. So let's get started. So what we're gonna do here is all you need is a couple of supplies, and I will list those down below. So I've seen people do it in different ways. You can use craft paint, you can use acrylic paint. I've seen people that seal them and don't seal them. The way that we're gonna do this is we are going to use hot glue, and we're gonna create the wand look, and then we are going to spray paint them to be several different colors of spray paint. So, and for buying these chopsticks on Amazon, by the way, it was $7.99 for 16 total chopsticks. So that makes it out to be about 50 cents per wand. So let's do that math again. Yeah, so it was $8 for 16 chopsticks, so about 50 cents per wand. And now we're gonna turn this into a wand. So all you need to get started is a handy glue stick. I'm using this DeWalt one. You can also use a mini glue stick or whatever you have, and then your cooking chopstick. So we're gonna do a couple different designs and see how they turn out. The first one, and kind of the most common one I've seen, is that you just put hot glue all over the handle because you wanna make it look like they're holding it. And it doesn't need to be super neat because you want it to look rustic, right? It's a wand. It should look kind of like messy and rustic. It will take a lot of hot glue to do this. So it's okay if the hot glue drips, put a plate down there to catch some of it. And we're gonna turn this into a handle on this wand. And I'm gonna show you the process from using all the hot glue all the way until when we paint them, so you can see how to take your just plain looking wooden chopsticks and turn them in to wands for your children or your children's Harry Potter party. We're actually doing a 9 3/4 party for my daughter because her birthday is on New Year's Eve. So we had it a little bit early this year in September. So these are wands for her 9 3/4 party. I actually find if you just kind of turn the wand while you're doing it, more glue stays on it. So we're gonna do it that way. And I have a box here next to me, so when I am done adding the hot glue, I will leave it over there to dry. I'm gonna let it set up a little bit though while I hold it because I do not want it to all dry flat on one side. So, all right, so here is my first wand. I'm gonna give that a couple of seconds to set up, let the glue dry a little bit, just kind of rotate it. And then I will show you up close in the camera. Once the hot glue has dried but is not all the way dry, you can use your fingers and kind of mold the hot glue to be a little bit more, like if you want to give it like lumps or things like that. I'm going to show you a couple different patterns you can do too to make them look like wands. Let's see, that's still too hot to touch, so definitely needs a little bit more time. Now that one has a cool fingerprint. All right, so this now has a cool handle, if you can see right there where the hot glue ends. That will be the handle that the child holds the wand in, and then the rest of it is just wand shaped for this particular design of wand. And then we will paint these several different colors. So let's see. I actually have a box here so I can set it with the hot glue off so that it doesn't set. So I'm gonna do that for this wand. So that's gonna dry like that, and the hot glue will not get on anything, and I'm gonna show you the next design. So here is the other one from that 2-pack because you get it in 8 packs of 2. So this is number 2 from that pack. For this one, we're gonna do a spiral design all the way down the wand. We're gonna see how good I am at that. I'm gonna start at the bottom of the wand, and I'm gonna try to, oh, I need another glue stick already. That one was already partially used. I'm gonna try to not get glue all over the wand, but just like a spiral pattern. So I'm just gonna put it every few seconds on the wand. And these will look much cooler when they've all been spray painted and you get to see that design. This one I will probably have to hold a little bit longer while it dries because I won't be able to set it fully on the box since I'm going to put glue all over the wand. And you can do this with any size glue gun. I'm just using this bigger one because that's what I have handy and what I have glue sticks in stock for. The other thing you can do is you can look online for like Harry Potter wand inspirations and see if you want to try to match up with some of the kind of exact wands. Like the Elder wand has like some little parts and pieces. So, okay. Now that I have this wand almost fully covered, we will move into a quick fun time lapse of me hot gluing the rest of these wands, and then at the end we'll show you when we get to spray painting. So I'm gonna add a couple little more, not burn myself, and I'll show you the details on this one. And then just like have fun with it. This is also if you've got kids who are old enough to do this project, kind of a fun kids project if you trust them enough to be around hot glue. Or even just for the painting part, you could have the kids around for the painting part. And I'm gonna add one more part and not burn myself. Let's see. Okay. All right, let's grab that glue end. So that's what this one looks like. So it's got little marks all over it. I'll pull those little glue threads in a second. And then here I am making the rest of the wands, and I'll show you the most common designs I did. So that took me a little less than an hour to hot glue 32 of these, so about a minute or two per one, depending on how complicated I made them. And so here are 4 of the kind of common styles that I did. So this one is I just did little rings all the way down around the wand. For this one, I did a combination. On the top, I did some kind of like drips of hot glue, and then I also did the bands around the bottom part of the wand. And then this one, I actually just did some straight lines of hot glue. So there's just about 5 straight lines that go down around the wand. And then this one, I just did the rings just around the top part. They're a little bit thicker. And then I did almost like a little bead at the top where I put 1 ring of glue around the top and then a little bit of glue just on the very top. So now that we've got all of these done, they're not all exactly the same, but these are kind of the 4 styles that I mostly did on the wands. So now it's time to go and paint them. So now it is time to move on to paint. We are actually just using paint that we had on hand in our garage. So we're going to use a couple of metallic colors and a couple of flat colors. There will be some silver, some bronze, some gold, and then just some brown and black wands. So there will be a variety of color for the kids to pick from. So that gives the wands both a variety in design and a variety in color, which makes them look a little bit more official. So let's get started. It's time to paint. So this is the first coat of paint, and after this we'll flip them over and we'll paint the other side. So those were the brown ones, these are the silver metallic ones, and then the bronze metallic ones, which are actually pretty close in color. And then over here we have some gold wands, and lastly we have some black wands. So here they are, that's what they look like, kind of half painted. We're gonna flip them all over and give them another coat. All right, so these are done. Both sides have been painted. Yes, you totally can add some more like textures or colors or change it up a bit. You could add some craft paint on the handles if you wanted, or give it like a little bit of spritz of color or like a sprinkle of something if you want them to have some more color or texture. I think that these look pretty cool, and I'm pretty happy with just having the different shades of wands. So we are gonna call that a go, and we are going to put them in our Ollivanders display for our party. So here is our finished product. So we have 32 wands, and they all look a little bit different, and there's some different colors, and they've got lots of cool details. And then for our actual party, we set up our own little Ollivanders area, and all the kids got to grab a wand to play with during the party.